Ugh, fuck me. How am I so tired after sleeping all night? Ow. Son of a bitch. Where did this headache come from? Wait a second, is that a bandage I'm feeling? What the hell?
Oh, good. You're awake.
What happened? How did I get here?
Wait, you don't remember?
Remember what?
Well, you're here because you were about to kill someone last night.
Wait, what?
Since you seem genuinely oblivious, I will explain everything. At least, what I know so far. A group of college students were camping in a forest. One of them had a birthday that weekend, so his friends planned a surprise camping trip for him. Last night, at around 3 a.m., one of the students got up to relieve himself when we noticed that the friend he was sharing a tent with was missing. Thinking he also had to relieve himself, he thought nothing of it. While walking away from the campsite, the student noticed something glowing from a distance. At first, he thought it was another campsite. But when the student got closer, he discovered something terrifying. The missing friend was found tied up near a campfire. Standing near him was a hooded figure. The figure was speaking in a foreign language as he held up a red dagger. Just as they were about to stab their captive, the friend yelled for them to stop. This, of course, was a big mistake. The student ran off and the psycho chased after him. Thankfully, he'd outran them and found the nearest ranger station. When my brother Officer Jeff and I arrived at the scene, we found 2 of the college students with the assailant. Apparently, when the assailant went after them, one of the friends tested them, causing them to fall and hit their head against a rock. I called for an ambulance while Officer Peter went to find the kidnapped student. Thankfully, we found the student unharmed. As for the would-be murderer, they were taken to the hospital to have their head wound treated before being sent to jail. That criminal, ma'am, was you. When you came to, you started yelling some crazy stuff. Something about retribution and getting back your powers before suddenly passing out. As of right now, you're awaiting trial. For the time being, you have to stay in this cell.
I don't. How?
Listen, I can tell that you're genuinely confused by this whole situation. So tell me, what were you using last night?
Excuse me?
I'm asking if you've partaken in any illegal substances.
No, I would never. If you don't believe me, have me take a drug test.
Okay. I'll have someone conduct a drug test for you. Please sit tight for now.
I don't understand it. Human sacrifice is forbidden in the Crescent Order, and for good reason too. Moreover, I'm still recovering from my ordeal with SCP-106. I wouldn't have the strength to so much as leave for the forest on foot. How the fuck could this have happened?
Lauren? Is that you?
Guys, thank goodness you're here. Something weird happened last night.
Yes, we saw you leave Amari's house through his surveillance system.
What happened last night, Lauren? Just yesterday, you could only stay awake for a few hours at a time. Suddenly, you could go to the forest on foot in the middle of the night. I'm not sure which is harder to believe, that or you doing a human sacrifice.
I would never do such a thing. You have to believe me.
Of course we believe you, Lauren. It's clear that something took control over you last night. Tell us, what's the last thing you remember before this morning?
Well, I went to bed at around 9 p.m. and then I woke up here.
That's it? You can't recall anything else?
Nothing significant. The only thing I hadn't mentioned was this weird dream I had. But I don't think that's important.
Maybe it is?
What do you mean, Amari?
I've heard stories similar to Lauren's. In those stories, the person was either possessed or went through a transformation before returning to their original form like werewolves. Since Lauren isn't a werewolf or anything similar, then she must have been possessed, most likely by a demon.
If that's the case, why would it perform a human sacrifice? The way it works is that a human sacrifices a soul to a demon. Since when do demons perform these rituals themselves?
I don't know, but it's not like a human soul could have as much power over a living person's body. Only a demon could make one's body do whatever it wants, such as making a paraplegic person walk. Otherwise, I don't know how you could have gone as far as you did, Lauren.
What about your dream, Lauren? Did something happen that could clue in on what happened last night?
Well, I was standing in what looked like a village from the Dark Ages in the middle of the night. The village was quiet and empty. Anyone would think it's because the residents were asleep. But when I looked closer, I saw that all the buildings were destroyed. Each one had signs of burn damage. The weird thing was that none of them had collapsed. Even the ones with the most damage were still standing somehow. Just when I'd thought the place was empty, I'd spotted someone standing outside, facing away from me. Based on the person's clothing, I could tell that they're a villager from the same era as the ruined town. For some reason, they didn't look at me when I called out to them. It wasn't until I was right behind the villager that they turned to face me. To my surprise, the villager was actually Bloody Cornelius.
Bloody Cornelius? The most evil demon-mancer in magic history?
Yes. Bloody Cornelius claimed that he came back to exact his revenge and needed my help. Of course, I refused. Before the dream ended, Bloody Cornelius said that he'll rise again with or without my involvement. Under normal circumstances, I would have ruled it out as a weird dream. But after hearing what happened, I'm not too sure anymore.
But that's impossible. There's no conceivable way for Bloody Cornelius to return to Earth. Something on your mind, Jack?
I might be wrong about this, but I suspect that potion SCP-106 used on Lauren might be the cause.
It is possible. What do you think, Amari?
I mean, it tracks. Last night was the night after Lauren woke up from her coma. It seems that whatever happened to Lauren only happens at night. So, what if the potion did take effect within 24 hours but didn't do anything the first 2 nights because Lauren was in a coma?
You know what? I think you might be onto something. However, we still don't know how or why Bloody Cornelius has returned. The only people who could answer that are SCP-106 and whoever made that potion.
Excuse me, but we're looking for Lauren Hill. We've been informed that she was brought to this precinct.
Yes? And who are you two?
We're with the SCP Foundation. We were sent here to collect Miss Hill and take her into custody.
The SCP Foundation? What's that? Some ex-security prison?
Something like that. Please bring Lauren and the dagger she was using to us and we'll be on our way.
Now hang on a moment. First off, I was never informed of this transfer. Second, I've never heard of this SCP Foundation. How do I know this isn't some elaborate ploy to break Lauren out of jail?
Sir, I assure you that we are a legit organization. I promise that we will do everything we can to help Lauren.
Look here, Lauren is here because she's been charged with attempted murder. She's staying here until it's time for her trial.
You don't understand. This isn't your typical attempted murder case committed by some religious nut. The sooner we get Lauren in the Foundation, the sooner we can stop it from ever happening again.
Alright, that's enough. I don't know who you people are or why you want Lauren. But I suggest you leave before I...
Officer Jeff, what's going on?
Chief, these men in black cosplayers are impersonating government officials to help a recently detained prisoner escape. They claim to work for some made-up prison called the SCP Foundation.
No, I'm afraid these men are telling the truth. We have to let them take Lauren.
Sir, what's going on?
I will explain everything later. Gentlemen, please follow me.
Is it time for my trial?
No, you're being relocated. These 2 men will be.
What the fuck are you two doing here?
One of our field agents spotted Lauren acting unusual last night. After her last encounter with SCP-106, the SCP Foundation has been keeping an eye on her. When Lauren was spotted performing a ritualistic sacrifice, the Foundation was notified and sent us to get her.
And do what? Experiment on Lauren? When is the O5 Council going to wake up and realize that not everything can be figured out through science? I swear to 343, if anyone lays a finger on Lauren...
Dr. Bright, I promise it won't be like that. We just want to keep Lauren in a secure environment to prevent her from harming anyone else. It'll just be until we know for sure that she's back to normal.
I'm coming with Lauren. She will need help walking and there's no way in hell I'm leaving her alone in the Foundation.
Very well. One more thing, Mr. Guy. We'll need the officers who arrested Lauren to come with us to answer some questions.
Of course.
Excellent. You've brought everyone with you. Lauren, Agent Rogers has informed us of your situation, so we've prepared a wheelchair for you.
Thank you.
Are you shitting me right now?
It's a safety precaution, Dr. Bright. We'll keep Lauren in restraints until we figure out what's wrong with her.
It's fine, Jack. I don't want to risk anyone getting hurt.
We'll be taking Lauren to her containment cell. Rogers and Parker, you take the officers to the interview rooms.
I'm sorry, but why exactly?
We need you two to testify about what happened the night you arrested Lauren. It'll help us better understand what happened last night and how to fix whatever's wrong with her.
Hey, did you hear about what happened to LaurenBlade?
The autistic witch who sometimes helps us with our missions?
Yeah, her.
No, what happened?
It's SCP-106. Apparently, he used some kind of potion on her and it made her go crazy last night.
Crazy how?
From what I've heard, she tried to murder someone last night for some kind of ritualistic sacrifice.
What? But I thought Lauren belonged to a group that forbids human sacrifice.
She does. From what I understand, the potion temporarily healed Lauren to the point where she could move around without getting tired while manipulating her to do something she'd never do.
Is Lauren okay?
I think so. The Foundation had Lauren contained in case anything like that happens again.
Man, I knew it would happen eventually, but not like this.
I know what you mean. Once you become classified as an SCP, the Foundation will always search for a reason to contain you, even if you're a safe Class 1.
What? Those bastards really contained Lauren, and since when did 106 take up potion making? Something's wrong and I gotta find out what.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing, bros?
Adam, are you feeling all right? You seem worried.
I'm sorry, Dean. It's just that we haven't heard from Lauren in 3 days and no one seems to know what happened to her. It's as if she'd simply vanished in thin air.
Wow, it's been that long? I really hope Lauren's okay.
Me too.
Hang on, what's happening over there?
Looks like a group of people and a car crashed into a tree. We should go over there and see if they need help.
I agree.
Excuse me, but my boyfriend and I were having a nice walk when we noticed your predicament. Do you need any help?
Thanks, but we have everything under control. Just a minor setback is all.
Pardon me, but are you Brainiac Adam, leader of the Adamantiums?
Yes, I am. And this lovely man next to me is my boyfriend, Dean.
Hello, everyone.
Wonderful. Then maybe you could help us after all.
Lewis, what are you doing?
Escylus, the Adamantiums are one of the hero groups Lauren told us about. Maybe they can help us.
I know, but can they help with what's happening with Lauren?
With everything that's been going on, we're going to need all of the help we can get.
Pardon me, but did you say something about Laura?
Yes, we're friends of LaurenBlade. We came here to Viand to help her.
Do you know where Lauren might be? She's been missing for a few days and nobody's been able to contact her.
We know where Lauren is. In fact, Lewis, Escylus, and Abel were on their way to find her when I accidentally caused them to drive their car into a tree.
Yeah, by landing on the fucking windshield and scaring the shit out of Escylus who was driving. Nice going, Rick.
Up yours, Abel. I can't control when and where I appear in other dimensions.
What are you two on about?
We promised to explain everything. However, I feel that we should share this with your whole group.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
We got here as soon as possible through the own logic.
Is it true?
Do you know where LaurenBlade is?
Yes, Lauren is currently locked up in the SCP Foundation. We don't know all the details yet, but some hypnosis potion was used on her, prompting Lauren to do terrible things. That's why my friends and I are here. To find Lauren and get her the help we know the Foundation can't give her.
Oh my god. Is Lauren okay?
We don't know. It's unlikely the SCP Foundation will do anything terrible to Lauren. However, despite what little we know about the situation, I wouldn't rely on them to undo the potion's effects.
Excuse me, but did you say the SCP Foundation?
Yes, I'm not surprised that you know about it, seeing as you're the Prime Minister of the UK.
I only know the name and nothing else.
Hang on. Jeremy, how did you hear about this SCP Foundation?
It all started after I became Prime Minister. I decided that my first act should be undoing all the financial damage Brexit has done. I started off by determining what Boris Johnson had been cutting back on and restoring them to their original rates. That's when I stumbled upon an old bank statement. According to the statement, a substantial amount of pounds was transferred to this foundation. After doing some more digging, I discovered that the Parliament had been sending money to this organization for months, possibly years. However, all payments towards the SCP Foundation ceased after Boris became Prime Minister. I asked around the Parliament for information on the SCP Foundation. The responses I got varied between clueless looks and dodging the question altogether. Even Mr. Speaker wouldn't tell me anything. Now that I think about it, he seemed kind of scared to talk about the subject. Eventually, I gave up on learning about the SCP Foundation and decided against giving them any money. If something is trying to stay hidden from the world and those who know of it are scared to speak of it, that usually means that the subject is anything but good.
Hang on, you mean to tell us that the UK hasn't been funding the SCP Foundation since 2019?
That would explain the sudden budget cuts that started that year. Since then, the SCP Foundation had fewer resources available for its researchers, among other things.
What is this SCP Foundation anyway?
It's like Area 51, except it really has aliens plus other supernatural things.
Then why is everyone in the Parliament so hesitant to speak of it?
It could be one of two reasons. Either the Parliament feels guilty for what Boris Johnson did to the SCP Foundation, or its reputation caused it to reevaluate its stance on the Foundation.
What kind of reputation?
Well, the SCP Foundation is what one would describe as morally gray. While its intentions of containing anomalies aren't evil, it has a tendency to make decisions that are questionable. But at least they're able to keep their most dangerous entities contained.
For the most part anyway.
Is that why the Parliament did nothing about the SCP Foundation being cut off? Because of their dodgy business?
I guess so.
Come with us to the Parliament. I think I have a solution that'll benefit everyone.
Hello, Jeremy. I understand you have something important to discuss with me.
Yes, it's about the SCP Foundation.
Jeremy, I already told you that there isn't much to say about that. Why are you bringing this up again?
Because the SCP Foundation took LaurenBlade.
Your American friend who moved to Vyond City last November?
Yes, some friends of hers told me and the Adamantiums what happened. I don't know what you've heard about the SCP Foundation, but based on what I've been told, I don't think it's as evil as you might think it is.
Listen, the reason why I didn't want anything to do with the Foundation is because I don't like how they treat things that aren't considered normal. I mean, approximately half of the members in your heroic group aren't typical humans like you and me. If the SCP Foundation reached Vyond, they'd lock up and experiment on some of your friends, like they do everything else that's considered an anomaly.
Dear God. It's that bad?
Yes. I'm sorry I clammed up when you first mentioned the SCP Foundation. I genuinely feel bad, because they want to protect the world from dangerous forces. But I can't simply gloss over the fact that they'd imprison and experiment on friendly creatures just for being different.
You're forgiven, Mr. Speaker, and don't worry about the SCP Foundation. I have a plan that will solve everything.
That's a brilliant idea, Jeremy.
Thank you, Adam. I'm sorry I can't bring the adamantiums or Lauren's friends with me, but I don't think the SCP Foundation would be cooperative if I showed up with someone who couldn't financially contribute to their cause.
Of course, I understand, Jeremy. I'm willing to do anything if it means Lauren will come back unharmed. I was thinking that the adamantiums and I could show our new friends around Vion City while waiting for your return.
Splendid idea. I will call you as soon as I leave the SCP Foundation.
For fuck's sake. Who is it this time?
Wait. I'm not here to cause any trouble.
Wait a second. Are you?
Crap, it's Jeremy Corbin. Apologies for our behavior, Mr. Corbin.
It's all right. I can tell that you're only doing your jobs as guards. Anyway, I came here to speak with the people in charge about LaurenBlade's incarceration.
This place is lovely. I'm so glad Lauren's living here.
I agree. Thanks for showing us around Vion City.
You're very welcome.
Guys, it's Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy. How did things go?
Adam, I have some good news.
Did you manage to get Lauren back?
Not exactly. I did, however, negotiate a way to earn her freedom. Meet me back at the Parliament with Lauren's friends and I will explain everything.
Okay. I will do that.
Any news from Jeremy, Adam?
Jeremy wants everyone to meet him back at the Parliament. Said that he found a way to free Lauren. Okay, we're here.
All right, which one of you assholes hotwired my car and drove it into a fucking tree?
Take it easy, Master Son. Now's not the time to worry about that. I sincerely apologize for my colleague's behavior, Mr. Corbin.
Don't worry, I understand.
So, you assholes are here to try and contain us again, huh?
Well, yes, but we are willing to take a different approach as per Jeremy Corbin's request.
An SCP Foundation is listening to political leaders. That's new.
As you may be aware, the SCP Foundation has faced some struggles since Boris Johnson cut us off. Jeremy said that he'd reinstate his government's funding if we agreed to his terms.
What kind of terms?
I told the site director I want them to allow the adamantiums to help LaurenBlade. In return, I'd restore the Parliament's funding towards the SCP Foundation.
The site director agreed to Mr. Corbin's terms, and even offered to let you and all of LaurenBlade's other SCP friends stay in the same site as her.
That's awesome. Great work, Jeremy. Can we and the rest of the adamantiums see Lauren?
Of course. And while you are there, the adamantiums and the SCP Foundation can brainstorm on how to help Lauren with her predicament.
Can I help you?
Greetings, Dr. Bright. My name is Albus Dumbledore.